Hi, I'm Lizzie from SBPR, and I'm going to follow on from Annabelle's last video. She was telling you about what kind of things you should do in preparation to creating your media list, and I'm going to talk to you a bit more about how to create your media list. So she talked about knowing your audience, knowing what publications they read, so whether it be Men's Health, Red Magazine or Sunday Telegraph. Get yourself a copy of that magazine or publication, or if it's online, obviously have a look online. And really simply, just go and find any articles or any features that you think are similar or would suit your business or brand. For example, if you can see this one here, the First Lady joins the ranks of power dressing caped crusaders. So if you were a dress company, then this might be something that would be of interest to you. So you just see here, right here, Tamara Abraham. Get her contact details down in a spreadsheet. We just use normal Excel, or you can use, the equivalent if you've got a different kind of computer. So put her name down, and then you just call up the Telegraph and say, can I speak to Tamara Abraham? And they'll put you through. If you can't get through, then ask for her email address. And that's how you build up your contacts list. And the same principle in like Men's Health magazine, like flick through, have a look who's writing articles similar, or that you think your product or service could be featured in. Find out who writes it, get their name down, and then contact the title and ask for their contact details. It really is as simple as that. To help you manage your media list, there's a few things you can do. So obviously here we've got a mixture of different things. We've got a broadsheet. So obviously this is a Sunday paper, and it comes out, well, obviously every Sunday, but newspapers come out every day. So you need to understand papers' lead times. So newspapers can work up to a day in advance for their print stuff, and on the same day for online, whereas magazines, like Men's Health, can work up to 6 months in advance. So say if you had a product that you thought would be perfect for Men's Health at Christmas, you would actually need to be speaking to these guys in July. So in the world of PR, we call it Christmas in July. And it really helps when you're getting your media list together to understand the medium itself and how often it comes out frequency-wise. So make sure when you get them down, so let's say you've got your Excel spreadsheet, on tab 1 you've got national newspapers, you've got these guys, and then on a separate tab have like weekly magazines or supplements, so they work about 6 weeks in advance. And then after that, your monthly magazines, and then have a separate tab for online. And then whatever you're pitching, say if it's something really topical or off the news agenda of that day, then you can pitch it to online and nationals, but it won't be suitable really for supplements or monthlies. If you've got a long-term feature that's maybe, let's say you've got a Mother's Day feature you want in red, same applies like Christmas and July, you want to get in contact in, I'm going to do weird backwards maths now, October, and tell them about your perfect Mother's Day feature, and particularly target the journalist that you think will write about it. Ideally, you want to have your Red magazine from last February, so you can see what Mother's Day issues they publish then. Keeping in mind that magazines work a month in advance, so it'll say February issue, but actually is covering March. That's the right way around, isn't it? Maybe the other way around. Anyway, you know what I mean. And then you've got other types of titles. So here we have financial advisor. So this is like a niche title, and you might need to ring them up and just find out a bit more about them, like their lead times and things like that. Most magazines and newspapers will also have a list of forward features, so they'll know what kind of features they're working on during the year. So it can be really helpful to ring up and just ask for features desk, or obviously if you're not features, if you're something more news orientated or specific, you want to speak to that desk. For example, let's say you're a bike company, you might want to speak to the travel section, but yeah, with these guys, call them up, see if what forward features they've got. If you're like a wealth management company, for example, they might have an inheritance tax feature in April, and then you go, okay, great, I'm going to get in touch with those guys in April. So it's a lot of fact finding, it's a lot of organisation. So once you've got all your titles down that you think you should be reaching, you then start contacting your journalist. Now that is a whole different video. And if you want to find out more about how to build your media list, you can come along to our course this Friday, 29th of November. I think that's the right date, yeah. Here are our offices in lovely Bournemouth, and you can find out everything there is to know and need to do your own PR.